Daniel Carl, and I'm part of the cotton industry in Australia. And today we're at Glencoe, which is near Weewar in northern New South Wales. My grandfather Paul Carl came over from California with another man named Frank Hadley, and they started growing cotton here in the early 60s. And so yeah, we've been here ever since. Cotton as a product is one of only two natural fibres in the world. There's cotton and wool. In competition with that are the man-made fibres such as polyester and things. So it's a pretty special product, and we all know how much more comfortable it is to wear than polyester or other things. And our cotton, Australia's cotton in particular, is produced in a way that is very sustainable. So we use less insecticides and chemicals to produce it, and we're constantly finding better ways to produce it. We've got by far the best yielding cotton in the world. It's among 3 countries that is machine picked, so our quality is higher. We use a machine called a cotton picker, very creatively named, that goes and mechanically removes the lint and the seed from the cotton bush. So the lint fluffs out, the cotton fluffs out, and it looks all nice and soft and fluffy, but inside of it is all of these little seeds, which is what the lint grows from. So when it goes to the gin, after it's left the farm, it gets put through a machine which removes the lint, and we get left with a whole bunch of these seeds, which get used for a number of things, but mostly it gets crushed for oil, for cottonseed oil, which is great to cook with. And on the other end, we've got all this nice white fluffy lint here, which gets sent away to a mill and gets put through, and eventually, through a lot more machines than just my fingers, gets twisted and spun into yarn, into thread. From there it can get spun into cloth.
My name's John O'Connor. I work for Australian Textile Mills. We're based in Wangaratta in Victoria in the northeast region. This is the only major weaver of towels left in Australia. We use 100% Australian cotton in our towels. We use it because it's a lot cleaner, maturity levels are much higher, and dyeability is more consistent. A lot of overseas cotton is hand-picked. There's a lot of contamination in it, and the ginning process isn't as good, and so you get a lot of residual seed left in the cotton, which causes problem in dyeing. I think there's been a real marketing push over the years from the cotton growers to work with the industry to improve the quality across all standards. We make a quality product, we're proud of that, and we'd say we do as good a towel as anyone in the world. We produce roughly 150 tonne of towels per year, and that's in a sort of depressed market. Our problem is that the consumer in Australia buys on price all too often, and the retailers sell on price, and that sort of makes it tough for any Australian manufacturer, never alone us. We're already 10% of the size we used to be because of everything's been replaced by imports or cheaper options. You know, we used to have 1,200 people here, we've now got 124, and that's just a fact of life. That's been a steady decline as product has been brought in from overseas, and our products have been replaced with cheaper options. Our biggest problem is always convincing people, mainly retailers, to buy Australian and sell Australian made. There is a big push going on again at the moment, and we're well and truly locked into pushing the Australian made bit, and hoping that consumers will force retailers to consider us.